Oh, YouTube.
I am, but I'm almost servant. Plus, I'm buying
let's go
pickles
here,
online.
let's go here.
I'm buying pickles online, so take your
Oh
time.
no, wait, they got rid of katanas. Oh, I don't
Yeah.
want to.
No, let's go
here,
there.
Let's go here. We can hide more here.
Okay, where are we going?
Pink, yeah, the little
Pink or blue?
blue.
Blue. Yo, honestly, you're right, but at the same time, it's weird because sure, like you wouldn't want to see your kids dying, but if you're immortal, then you had so many more chances to experience things for your kids to have the best life there is.
Yeah.
Like I rather have a kid that dies. Being able to have more kids. For example, okay? I don't want to be a dick. I'm gonna sound like a dick. That's not the plan, okay? So, for example, you're born in you're born in the 1900s, right?
Yeah.
And the perfect time for you to have kids is during World War II. That's the perfect time for you to have kids. Perfect time. There will never be a better time.
Yeah.
But then, because of the war, you're gonna miss every single chance you have. Would you rather not like be able to say, yo, I'm gonna wait a bit. If I'm immortal, I can choose whenever my kids are gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And because you have so many experience that your kids are gonna have, even though they died, would you rather have a kid that has the best life possible and die, or a kid that lived miserably his whole life, but he lived more than you did? Does it make sense?
Well, like, I guess you don't need to be immortal to be able to give your kid a good life, you know?
Yeah, but if you're immortal, you have so much more experience, because basically the only thing that you can give, we're talking about how money is temporary, right? But if you're immortal, you can give the only thing that the kid needs. A kid doesn't need money from his parents. A kid needs counsel. He needs experience. He needs them to tell him what's good, what's wrong. And no matter what, you're gonna have a warped view at some point. But for example, if you live a longer life, then even if your view is warped, then it's improved by experience.
Yeah, I get that. I get that immortality can give you something that
immortality
couldn't. But I don't think for me it sort of outweighs the fact that I'll have to see people die. I guess I'm just more selfish for myself because I don't want to see people die. Sort of.
Yeah, I guess I get you. I get you, but again, I agree with you. But yeah, you're just gonna keep in mind that people around you might die, and you can't control it. So you can't control what your neighbor do.
Yeah.
If your neighbor, if your neighbor decides to fuck on a balcony, you can't stop them. But as yourself, you can do whatever you want. So if you get to live, then you can choose what you want to do, right? Your neighbor, imagine. Yeah. So also another argument is that if you're not immortal, somebody else is gonna be, right?
Yeah.
There might be a better person than you, but they might be a worse person than you. What if they were fucking a monster? What if they were a Ted Bundy, a fucking Dracula?
Yeah.
You know Dracula is a real story. Not a vampire, but Dracula is a real story.
Oh, is it?
Not necessarily the vampire. Like that's made up, right? But the actual person, actual guy, yeah. And it would be rich, and he would believe that if I remember correctly, he would believe that if he has a lot of daughters, a lot of kids with a younger woman,